Hello guys, today we are talking about brains and the neuroscience of restorative justice. Daniel Riesel, a neuroscientist, created a study to examine prisoners' brains in Woodworm Scrub, England. His task was to study a group of the most aggressive psychopaths. Riesel wanted to figure out what lay at the root of their behavior. Was there a neurological cause for their condition? And if so, could he find a cure? Over the months, the inmates were tested, and they mainly focused on different ways to categorize emotion. By this, they discovered that the inmates were a victim of troubled childhoods, and that they have a defect in their amygdala, which is an almond-shaped organ deep within each of the hemispheres of the brain. It is the key of empathy. The more empathetic a person is, the larger their amygdala is. Majority of inmates had a small amygdala, which led to a lack of empathy within their immoral behavior. The early years of a developing brain are crucial. Adapting moral behavior may be difficult to adapt as an adult, so Riesel asked a question: can brains be changed? In 1990, studies began to show the evidence of neurogenesis, which is the birth of new brain cells in the adult brain, in the olfactory bulb, the hippocampus, and the amygdala. In some areas of the brain, more than 20% of cells are newly formed. The brain is capable of extraordinary change way into adulthood. Our brains are also exquisitely sensitive to stress in our environment. Stress hormones released by the brain suppress the growth of the new cells. So, the more stress you have, the less likely your brain is to develop. So, what do we do with this knowledge? Riesel believes that we need to change our own amygdala. Society needs to change their view of inmates and stop seeing them as irredeemable. 70% of inmates end up re-offending and returning back to the prison system. Wouldn't it be better if inmates were able to train their own amygdala to stimulate the growth of new brain cells and connections so that they will be able to face the world when they are released? Daniel Riesel grew up in Norway but settled in the UK in 1995. He worked as a hospital doctor and as a research fellow in epigenetics at University College London. He completed his PhD in neuroscience in 2005, investigating how learning rewires the brain. Since then, his research has been concerned with the effect of life events on gene function. Daniel is currently training to become an accredited restorative justice facilitator with the UK Restorative Justice Council.